Hello and welcome back to Healthy Bods. My name's Claire and today is Motivational Monday. So what is getting you motivated to be a bit more healthy and eat more healthier? We've obviously got the dreaded C word coming up, Christmas, and there'll be lots of parties for people, little black dress, and it's only a few months away now, so we're in October, so we've got about 3 months, just under 3 months to go, and you could lose a couple of dress sizes in that time. What's keeping me motivated is wee Dougie. He had his second lot of injections this morning and he was as good as gold. He met some other doggies. I met my friend up there, her dog's unfortunately a bit poorly. And then we come back home and my neighbour was out the front, so we had a chat with her. And it was just all like mental stimulation for him. And then he come indoors and he just crashed for a couple of hours. So in a few days we can start taking him out, which will be amazing. And that's keeping me motivated because I want to get fit and healthy and be able to take him for really long walks, which I can't do at the moment, but I will be able to. Also, my health is keeping me motivated, or my lack of health at the moment. If you listen to any of my previous videos, I've had like a couple of years of illness, and I had a whole year of just antibiotics after antibiotics. I was in hospital twice. The second time I was in for over a week with pneumonia for the second time, and I was just really poorly. And I actually only went up for some tests, and they took the tests and said, "You're too ill, you're not going home," and they wouldn't let me leave. It was so I was forced to be in hospital. And before all this had happened, my teeth were perfect. I'd been to the dentist, all okay. After I had this year of being ill and being on all these antibiotics and steroids and different things, I went to the dentist and he said every other tooth needed work on it, and they were just basically crumbling. It was awful. Thankfully I had a lot of work done and I'm okay now. But this month I have 2 doctor's appointments to discuss various things and for results on some tests I had. And I've got 2 eye tests. I've got my normal eye test and I've got a diabetic eye test at different places. And then I've got dentist. So it feels like I'm having a real overhaul this month. And it's just made me realise that my health is so important and how far I've come. The only thing I'm struggling with at the moment is my energy levels. I could literally go to sleep now. I could go to bed and just fall asleep for about 3 hours. I used to suffer with really bad insomnia, like 3 hours a night for like 12 years since I got divorced. And I was almost running on adrenaline the whole time. I was getting up early, doing exercise, doing a full-time job, and then being a single mum. And it was almost like I was just on autopilot. And the last month I have been sleeping probably 6 hours a night, which is a lot for me. But I don't feel refreshed from that sleep. I wake up and I'm just exhausted. And if I didn't have Dougie to get up for and to let out and Solomon to get off to college, I'd probably be in bed till lunchtime. So I need to address that now, whether it's the tablets that I'm on that are making me more tired. It could just, like I've said before, it could just be the change in the weather. And I know that getting out with Dougie and just having small walks twice a day will be really beneficial. So yeah, my health and Dougie's really keeping me going. I don't have anything planned for Christmas or going out wise. I'm not working, so I haven't got the work due that most people will have. But I do want to get my health and my fitness in check. So that's my motivation. And also these, just like a humble, cheap pair of kitchen scales. Probably one of the things I use every day. I love it. And there was also, where was the other thing? Measuring spoons, like proper measuring spoons. How many times do we guess measurements of things? And it's quite frightening when you do measure it and you think, oh, is that all? So yeah, that's another one of my best friends that I use every day. So far, if you haven't seen any videos, I've lost 3 stone. So I've lost 42 pounds, and this is a pound of fat. So I've lost 42 of those, which is amazing, isn't it? Even just like a stone, like 12 of those on your body is incredible. So, you know, I have to keep going. I've said for quite a few weeks now, I keep changing what I'm doing because the weight's coming off really, really slowly. And I've had quite a few weeks where it's just stayed the same. So I'm switching up what I'm doing because I know that going through the menopause and being ill and all the tablets I'm on, my body has changed and I can't lose weight the way I used to. I used to eat a really, really high carb diet and I lost 6 stone. I can't eat the carbs anymore. So since last week, I've been counting calories. I downloaded an NHS app, and the calorie search is really, really rubbish, but it's good for logging all your meals, and it gives you a suggested amount of calories to eat per day based on your weight and your BMI. So I thought I'm just going to follow it, and it suggested 1,700 calories. Most days I'm under that. I don't think I've been over it. I think every day I've been either just under it or you know, a little bit under it. So, and it's really made me think about portion sizes. I've had to weigh everything, but the good thing about this app is 9 times out of 10 I have to go away and find the calories myself and then log it. But once you've logged it, say you had 50 grams of cherry tomatoes, so you write cherry tomatoes, and I always put the weight and then what the calories are, and then you log it. And then what you can do is you can favourite that item. So say you logged that for your lunch. The next day, once you click on lunch, you'll have all your favourited items. So you can just, if you have like, again, 50 grams of tomatoes, you can just click it. You don't have to search it up and re-enter it. So that's the one good thing about it. And it's helping me keep track. And because, you know, I'm a single parent, I shop once a week. And the only thing we buy as a top up is milk, really. So what I buy, I'm eating for that week. So say like with hummus, like weighing out 50 grams of hummus, I will have that several days in a row because, you know, it's a waste just to have one lot and for it to go off. So I do find that easier. And yeah, so I've shocked myself how I've stuck to it, because I've always hated calorie counting just because it's such a faff. But I think with some of these healthy eating plans, when it says you can eat as much of something like, say, as pasta, that wouldn't be any good for me because I'm not eating the carbs and I just wouldn't be able to eat it now. So it is really interesting. I've also been photographing. I think I only started that Friday. So I've done Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And I've been photographing everything I eat. And that's helped keep me on track. I've been putting that on I have got a Healthy Bods Facebook page. And I've been logging my daily food and how many calories I've had for that day. And yeah, really enjoying it. So I think I will continue with that. And then obviously if my weight plateaus again, I can just reduce my calories that I'm eating. So you need to find tools to help you, like the scales, like the measuring spoon. You know, once you bought it once, that's it. And I think my scales are only like $5.99, and I can't even remember where I bought them. It'd only been one of the cheap shops. And measuring spoons are really cheap if you go to somewhere like Poundland or B&M. And once you've bought them once, that's it, you know. The only thing you have to buy is the batteries for the scales. But it's just finding those tools that are going to help you. And yeah, like I said, I use those nearly every day, especially my teaspoon one. I've tried sweetener in my coffee. I've tried these flavoured syrups that are low calorie, and I just can't do it. I just hate sweeteners with a vengeance, and I always get a really bitter taste in my mouth. So I do have 1 teaspoon of sugar a day in my coffee, and I measure it out, and it's a flat teaspoon, and that's the only like proper sugar that I have. So I have been up in my snacks a bit. So I've been having a bit like the Go Ahead biscuits, but it's the Lidl's own make. Some days, and an apple and a tangerine most days, just so that I feel like I'm not depriving myself. I mean, I went 6 months not eating any snacks like that at all, but I feel like eating a little bit is keeping me on track. So yeah, do you want to see Dougie? Dougie, come here. Dougie, come here. Come here. Just a minute. Come here. Come here. What's this? Oh! Oh. So this is my little inspiration at the moment. He's the one that's keeping me going. He's just been so good, and he's so adorable, and he's so loving, and he loves his cuddles, don't you? You like your cuddles with mummy and your kisses. You like your kisses, and he's a real snuggle baby. But at the same time, he does go off and sleep in his bed on his own if he's had enough of cuddles. So he's not clingy at all. But he's doubled in weight, and he's getting really heavy. He's really proud of you. You're so good today. So yeah, so this is my motivation, and I just can't wait to get him out up the cliffs and on the beach. He's a bit tired at the moment, so he'll probably go back to sleep. Good boy. Not saying you have to get a dog or anything, but I've been 5 years without a dog, and I've had dogs all my life, and I grew up with Labradors, so he's a change for me because I've had 3 lurchers since I've been left home and an adult. So gone back to Labradors. I just know that they're really good family pets, and he is adorable, and he loves Solomon. You can see when he sees Solomon, he just looks at him as if, oh my God, you're the best thing ever. Which is really cute, and it's really nice for Solomon as well. So yeah, like I'm saying, you don't have to get a dog, but you do need some motivation. You need to find something. Have you got a holiday booked for next year? Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be having a holiday in the near future, just because money's so tight, but I can dream. And if I fly again, I would love not to be able to wear the seatbelt extender, and to just fit nicely in a seat, and to wear some really nice clothes. So that's my aim. Yeah, we can all dream, can't we? I'd love to go on another cruise. I didn't think I'd like it, and I absolutely loved it. And that was a couple of years ago now. So, you know, we've all got to have something to keep in mind for motivation. Is it to meet someone? Is it for your health? And ultimately, you should always be doing it for you. Nobody else but for you. And it's giving yourself a bit of self-care and self-love, which a lot of us find really hard to do. But even just like doing a face pack, or having a nice soak in the bath uninterrupted, just something, or an exercise class, that's like a self-love, isn't it? It's like giving your body some exercise. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about today. My motivation is Dougie, getting fit and getting healthy, and I know I need to do that. I'm 55, and if I don't take a grip now, then things could get a lot worse. So I want to come off all my medication as well. That's another motivation. I'm on quite a lot, and I think it's just like making me really tired now. And bearing in mind, for the first 6 months off work, I was just like a vegetable in my pyjamas on the sofa 24/7. So I didn't really notice my energy levels because I wasn't doing anything. I think now, because I'm starting to feel a bit better and I'm trying to do things, I'm getting really tired doing it. So let's see what the doctors say tomorrow, and that'll be really interesting, won't it? Tomorrow's recipe, I am going to do this tomato and paprika. It's like a Hungarian dish. I don't know the name of it. I did it years ago and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to try that, and you crack eggs into it when it's cooked, and then you cook it for a bit longer. So I'm going to be doing my little box of positivity cards, and we've done probably over half now, so I'm just gonna shuffle them and we'll cut them in half and see what the top one says. This is by someone called Sophie Turner. I don't know who Sophie Turner is. I feel like I should know who she is, but I don't. Let's just have a look. Just bear with me, and I'll have a look on my book, on my phone. She's an actress. She's the one that is in that new drama called Joan, about the thief. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Yeah, so this quote was by her, and it says, "Be yourself. Do whatever you want to do, and don't let boundaries hold you back. Be yourself, do whatever you want to do, and don't let boundaries hold you back." We've all got things, haven't we, that we want to do, that we procrastinate about. We feel like we're not good enough. I am terrified of heights. Something happened in my childhood, and ever since then I've been absolutely petrified of heights. And it involved my brother and a very large, slide. And he was rushed to hospital. And I can just about step on the first rung of the ladder. And even then, even though I'm just like probably about that much off the floor, I am shaking. I hate it, really hate it. And I would love to do a skydive, and I know you have to be a certain weight before they'll let you do it. So I would love to lose all my weight and do a skydive and prove that I can do it. That's been in my head for absolute donkey's years. Would I ever do it? Don't know, but it's something I feel like I need to do to prove to myself that I can do it. I'd also like to go on holiday just on myself, solo, and travel abroad on my own, which is quite scary. Yeah, so don't let boundaries hold you back, because we get held back so much in our life. So that's it for today. It's been an okay day today. It's got that real autumnal nip in the air. When the sun comes out, it is quite hot, but you have to be right in the sun to feel it. If you're not in the sun, it's really cold, and it's quite breezy, so that's real nip in the air. Yesterday we had torrential rain. I've never seen my driveway so flooded, and Dougie didn't like it. He didn't want to go out in it. At one point I knew he wanted to go toilet, so I had to get his lead on and literally drag him out. He was not impressed, but he did it really quickly and then dived indoors, so that was okay. So I hope you all have a really, really good evening. Stay safe, stay well, and don't forget, be yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.